evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's quite a pleasure to be here. I want to thank the DMV for this beautiful award. And it's a great honor to stand here where so many great athletes have stood before. My career goes back in the neighborhood where, as kids, we played ball, stick ball, in the alley, in the street, trying to get the balls out of the yard that the dog got. It wouldn't give it back. When we were able to go up to Banneker Rec Center, unescorted, we got into a lot of little pickup ball games and had fun and stayed off the streets. And it was really invigorating. We were doing something. We had quite a few guys that came through the neighborhood that would give us some hints. Barney Jefferson was one. Sue Campbell was another. Even Hedden. We were all combined in the neighborhood. During the years that we couldn't play ball, I played football for the Boys Club in 12th and U, and our coach was Yabo Kenny. We were overweight as far as the class of football for Boys Club, but we played individual teams. We weren't in a league. We scrimmaged Cadoza, Armstrong, Dunbar. Sal Hall was the coach at Cadoza. And he tried to recruit all the guys, because we were still in junior high school. I wound up at Phelps Vocational, but I couldn't finish there. At that particular point, all my older brothers were going in the Army overseas, and I was basically the biggest one at home, and my parents were up in age and not very well, and I could not spend the whole 8 or 9 hours at school and not being able to check them out to see what's going on. So I did come out, and not too long after that, the war ended, the brothers came home, and I was drafted. I went to Germany. There in Germany, I played ball. The company commander we had was a fanatic about playing ball. He had never won a championship there. And when my papers came in for me to return to the States, he asked me, Mr. Banks, would you consider extending your time 3 more months to stay here to finish the season? I had to turn him down. Over the years, I received a few awards. In the Hillcrest situation, that I went there to have an after-school program for the kids to help them with their homework, with their behavior, and teaching them sports skills. I got a few guys from the Washington Senators to come over there. Chunk Hinton, Fred Valentine, and quite a few more that would come at my request to work with the kids and let them know that sports is very important if they choose to do it. And that worked out well. I went to, my first championship was at Interstate Commerce Commission because they had a government league, they had a team. When I came home, I got married. My wife worked at Interstate Commerce Commission. They had a team, and they asked me would I come down to work with them, which I did. We won a championship, and I look at the trophy every now and then, and I have to smile because they put a Y on the end of my name instead of an S, so they called me Banky. I want to thank you all for coming, my family members, and a lot of my friends and ball players are here tonight. Hey, without you, I would not be here. I want to thank you very much. Thank you, Bill.
Our final inductee, in my opinion, has exceeded legendary status. But I can talk loud enough. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, here we go. Our final inductee, in my opinion, has exceeded legendary status, and I call him a DC treasure. There's someone that I've always, as a coach, looked up to. There's so many. I understood that in order to be successful in anything, you have to understand the history. In coaching, I always look to the trailblazers, and there's some trailblazers in here tonight that I looked up to. And this guy was certainly one. He's a native Washingtonian. He attended the DC public schools and a graduate of Theodore Roosevelt Senior High School. Give it up for the Rough Riders. He participated in football, track and field while in high school. After graduation, he attended St. Augustine University in Raleigh, North Carolina, earned a BS degree in physical education with a minor in biology. In college, he participated in track and field and was the team captain for 2 years. All right, and he began his career at the United Planning Organization, UPO, and the DC Recreation Department, and he taught physical education at several DC public school systems. Among them were Paul, Johnson, Rabeau, Langley, Banneker, Elliott Junior High School, and of course, Coolidge High School. So without further ado, let's bring on the final inductee, last but certainly not least, a DC sports treasure. He is Coach Adrian E. Dixon.
Thank you, everyone, giving all honor and glory to God, to my ancestors, to my parents, to my family. I guess I've been involved in this sport over 50-some years, and I have to give credit to my wife, Alice, who may she rest in peace, and to my family, my daughter, and my daughters and my son for allowing me, and I know I wasn't there all the time, but you know I still love you all. I also like to thank DMV for this honor, but I also like to recognize all the youth that I've had the opportunity to work with, the high schoolers, the ones at the college level where I coached at UDC for a while, and I'd like to recognize a lot of the athletes that I've coached. Thank you, they're here, please stand up. All right, thank you. And I want y'all to understand, you see they're mostly young ladies. So back in the 70s, they did not have a really recognized track and field in this area for young ladies. But I'd like to thank Ms. Venna Freeman, also Lacey O'Neill, for encouraging and getting Frank Bolden, at the time Director of Athletics. And then later on, I'd like to thank Dr. Chin and Pat Briscoe for their assistance over the years in encouraging athletics for girls. And when they first started out, they said girls could only run 50 yards, do a standing broad jump, and throw a softball. But Lacey, thanks to you, myself, and a few other coaches, and some of my colleagues are here tonight, Stan Mullen, Frank Briscoe, Bob Hiddens here, my classmate at St. Augustine's University. Thank you, Bob. When I attended there, he took me under his wing, showed me good times and bad times. All right. But on a serious note, these young ladies, without their parents' support, we would not have been able to accomplish a lot of things. I'd also like to recognize, I think, Ms. Harris, will you stand up, please? Ms. Harris Green, she's over there. All right. Her daughter also ran for me, and I was able to get her to go to St. Augustine's College. But I'd like to thank St. Augustine's College for opening the door for a lot of these young ladies who, without their assistance, would not have accomplished NC2A All-American honors, and a lot of, and the guys also. I did coach some guys, so thank you. My daughter, Dr. Tanina Dixon's over here. All right. And I'd like to welcome home my grandson, stand up, Khalid Shorter, graduate of H.D. Woodson, 2 championship football teams while he was there. He just got home yesterday after 13 months touring Africa. He just came in last night. So one other thing I'd like to say, give me 1 minute. I like, several years ago, I had an uncle who said, I need you, son. And several of you gentlemen know who I'm talking about, Uncle Sam. He sent me 65, 66 every day. I did not know if I'd make it back in. But I'm here. Thanks to God. And I'd like to say welcome home to all you vets, male and female, and thank you again, everybody.
we'd like to make sure that your student female athletes, we would like to get a picture with your coach as well. Thank you. So before we conclude this part of the program, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Joyce Harris, AKA Pistol Pete. I played a little ball at Cadoza back in the day, and I also was on Lacey O'Neal's track team. That was a long time ago. We'd like to ask all of the inductees to come up for one group picture. And while you are coming to the front, we'd like to really recognize one of our special guests from Chicago, Dr. Myrna Adams. She was the 1959 Female Caribbean Athlete of the World and a 200-meter champion. Welcome.
Can all of our honorees please come forward and take a quick group picture, please? And following that, we will have all of the DMV members please step forward. And after this picture, we'll take a group picture here. And then we'll get back to the dancing. All right? Please be quick about it. You'll have to do your schmoozing and pressing of the flesh on your way back. But come on up so we can take this picture quickly, please. DMV members, please make your way to the front. Said we're old, but I'm saying old can roll. Get yourself out here. Come on, DMV, let's go. Come on up, DMV members. Let's get this picture. All right. We can surround our honorees and take one big group picture. Okay. Randolph.
Yes, you come. Hold on. Hold on.
Okay, we're all here. Come on, DMV. One last time, let's get this picture.
Okay, I'll give you pictures too.
All right. Finally, last but not least, we had one special. We had one special presentation.
And it looked great. I'm tough.
All right now.
All right. DMV members can stay up. DMV members can stay where you're at. Please stay up. Stay up.